hear in your heads this kind of telepathic voice. Welcome to its home. Kine has told it to take you straight to him, but it would rather see you suffer on your way. You have the bow, have you not?
We have the bowl.
And I want you all to roll... Oh, Charisma Deception is what you want to be rolling. It has learned many things about you.
That should be a saving throw, Dan, come on!
It's not a saving throw. You
Sin.
are not all innocent. These trials shall test what you're made of and reveal who you truly are. The telepathic voice just leaves your minds, and I shall work on the voice later on. And so you find yourselves...
Can I roll some Arcana? I know I've been doing that non-stop, but I kind of want to figure
Well,
out...
first, what you hear is... You hear this grinding of stones all of a sudden as the rooms below are rearranging and whirring, not with cogs or anything
cogs
like
and
that.
gears.
It's not mechanical in nature, just grinding of stone, and as the air pressures change, you get gusts of wind, putrid air burst forth from little gaps and crevices in the walls. Exactly like that. And you hear just slow moanings and sort of way in the distance, but pains and
Pain
tortures. This wind flows through as though breathing, and it's very acrid sort of smell. And you find yourselves there, and you want to roll Arcana. What do you want to determine?
Trying to figure out what the hell's going on with that voice. I got 14.
Okay.
It's a voice in your head.
You're insane.
It's a telepathic voice, but you know that there are beings, obviously, with powers to speak telepathically to you. You don't think it necessarily is some ethereal spirit of the dungeon or anything. You have a feeling it probably is some singular creature.
Just some bro. Guys, just want to say, vampires with telepathy are the worst kind of vampires. I think this is like the controlling spirit of the dungeon. Sorry, I don't say that in character. I definitely think it's the vampire. There's only the vampire. I'm trying really hard to think that there isn't anything but a vampire, because a vampire on its own is fucking bad enough.
And you find yourselves in this dungeon entrance with this simple door in front of you.
I'll go through first with Fjord just in front of me, just in case.
I'm always going to be at the back of the group because I'm not particularly keen on this whole...
I might know after you, I can see it. Oh, no, fine.
You push open the door and you're immediately confronted with this very simple room, square in nature, stone, cold. Another wooden door on the other side, and above that door, chiseled into the rock stone above, with red in capital letters, fraud. That's what it says.
Fjord.
Fraud.
Oh, fraud.
You're home!
I don't know. Maybe we should see if there's another way. I don't know about this door.
And you're all speaking in character at this point.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe we should go.
I go over and push the door.
It's locked.
I pull the door.
It is also locked.
All right,
I'll try and open the door.
Locked.
Okay.
I kick
I
the
go.
door.
There's a reason.
I go.
What?
I go. I open the door.
It's locked. Right.
So
You start to sense a tingling from your forehead.
okay. I'm gonna roll Arcana. I want to see if there's any runes or anything around the door, and I want to see if I'm thinking that this is like a truth, like you have to tell some sort of truth to get through. I want to see if I think that's true, and I rolled a 22.
From your reading about magical dungeons in the past, oftentimes they will challenge the characters who enter, and some have been known to want to know simple truths.
Okay. I walk up to the door, and I say, guys, I think I just... Oh, never mind. I lean down to the lock and I whisper, just so no one else can hear, I go, I'm a fraud.
That familiar voice that you had in your mind before comes in. It doesn't think that's good enough.
I say, hey guys, this is very difficult for me. I used to be I used to be someone, I guess. I was in a position of authority, and I abused that authority, and that's why I'm here now. Yeah. So
I just kind of
The
look at the rest of the
sense-
party and I'm like,
Is anyone surprised?
okay.
The sense of
I'm gonna try and
tingling
open the door.
in your forehead gets hotter and burns. And then what you will see from the half hat that he wears, just where his forehead is, you see burned along it temporarily the words fraud.
I snatch the hat off because it starts smoking and singeing like this. Ah! It really hurts.
And the door you hear goes click. And the voice comes back, just to you, by the way. It thinks you will lose much respect from these people and everyone else you know.
I pull my hat back on quickly. But you all see before I do, I've got the words fraud, just like kind of like a birthmark across my forehead.
Do you guys go for the door now?
Yeah, straight through.
And it opens up.
Can we just agree not to talk about this with these guys? Can we just? There's
But
no repercussions, right?
I just sort of shrug and move on.
I make eye contact with each and every person,
Yeah, just look at you
including Fjord. And he just sort of,
I'm watching you,
his
furry little
He's just like going.
Suddenly you will notice on Fjord's flank, fraud.
He's actually
He was
a
like-
badger.
He's two badgers on each other's shoulders.
In a coat.
Anyway.
So the door has unlocked and you keep walking for 10 minutes around lots and lots of corners and twists and turns, always still seeing those weird, indeterminable shadows flick across the wall, that green hue, hearing the wailings and the tortured pains from below, and at one point there's an opening up and you look down below and you can see dragging along this giant axe along this long hallway deep below this skeleton minotaur, and it just turns up and looks at you as you guys walk past and looks back down into its opposite direction where it's walking.
Thought I should make a bit sinister.
No, yeah, absolutely, turn the lights off.
Sorry, can I just say, seeing the skeleton minotaur, I quietly sigh and put my steak back in my pack.
You just toss a load of garlic to the ground.
I'll stake that.
And you continue to walk for a few more minutes, winding into larger rooms, smaller rooms, but they're all very unadorned of anything, really. You continue, and you see a door in the distance, at the very end of this narrow hallway. However, before that, you see two open doors on opposite sides of each other, and coming up to them, to the left, you see a simple wooden chest in an empty room, and to the right, you see another simple wooden chest in an empty room.
I'd like to roll perception on the chest on the left.
Okay, are you actually going inside the room then, or?
Don't say that. Can I poke my head into the room on the left and just percept, like tripwires or sort of secret doors, anything like that?
You sense nothing, just this simple chest.
I just shrug at everyone and walk into the right room.
Yen just shrugs and just walks straight into the room on the right, and upon the border of the door, instantly hits this weird jelly-like set texture, and is just suddenly sucked into the room, engulfed in this ooze, this jelly of some kind. And
So
I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw. You instantly try and backpedal, try and get a purchase on the floor, and launch yourself headfirst out of the room again.
Yes.
And you now just see what this is a room which is just engulfed by a gelatinous cube.
It's a gelatinous cube with a chest in the middle, so we should get the chests.
Well, I'm gonna go into the left room. I didn't detect any
you-
Well,
traps.
no, don't go into the room. Don't go into the room.
Are you not going to pay attention to Ben's panic
I
scream?
probably look back and it's like, oh, it's some jelly. It's fine. Can I percept on the chest in the left room?
Something's not right, but you don't know what.
I start walking towards the door at the end of the hallway.
I'm
Genuinely
looking
nobody
around.
helping me.
I'm looking around it in sort of disbelief. I'm just like, there's like a jelly cube thing. Does no one want to fuck this up?
So you have this jelly cube right in front of you, and I actually need everyone to roll initiative. Mac, you see this cube is kind of shimmering and as though it's trying to leave the doorway.
So I slash at it with my talons.
Some of the jelly just sort of, you see it splat to the side.
I'm going to do the same thing again. But then I back
You
myself
back?
back into the corridor.
Which end of the corridor?
The way we came.
I'm just going to slash at it.
Plus your modifier.
Don't
It comes up to 5, but
don't have to get very high for this, but you still can't see what's like air and what's jelly at the moment. So you kind of just slash at the air and you think, what? Where is it? It's
Take this, you cad.
Fjord's is going to growl, and he's going to have a little tusk.
your little friend, your little buddy comes in there, gores a bit and comes out before it's grabbed and backs up towards you again and grunts, like with a sort of affirmation of, yeah, I did a thing.
I don't have any slashing weapons or anything. I've only got piercing. But I will stab my rapier in there a couple times.
The jelly wasn't expecting that.
So you bring your rapier and you just sort of swirl it around as jelly sort of just, liquefies and just falls out in a horrible puddle.
I will back up to be with everyone else, I think.
It's the cube's turn, and it now squeezes its way through the door frame and makes itself into the hallway, and it now kind of basically fills the corridor. The treasure chest still inside it, like a blob arm, just sort of extrudes very quickly, thinning from the side.
Like the T-1000, but with jelly.
Yes, it's looking to hit Bryn. You take 6 acid damage as this thing just bludgeons you in the face and engulfs it momentarily before pulling away and making you stumble forward a bit.
I'm going to get angry now.
Mark's turn. In the other room, you can see it just covers the door frame completely now.
I'm going to start slashing.
Getting your little your saber, you carve out a nice little chunk which just sort of flops
I carve
into
an
the
M
floor.
into its side or something.
You carve an M like Zorro, but if his name was Moro, and so
My mask of Moai.
I'm going to then use the remaining, my movement to sort of move. So if there's a doorway here, and I'm here slashing it, I'm going to move to one side, just sort of out of the main part of the doorway.
absolutely.
So my arm did
It
something.
launches out this other arm which you've seen for the first time, waving around, trying to find purchase on something, but by this point you've already skirted to the side of the wall and missed it.
So this is my thought process. It seems like it might be quite resistant. It probably will get hurt by frost.
Right now, this
Yeah,
thing
I'll
is
frost
wobbling
it.
towards you
I'll
at a
frost
slow
it.
rate, but it's going to frostbite. Go for it. What does it need
I don't
to
know
do,
why I need to
Saber?
roll. It needs to beat a 16 con.
Right.
Yeah, it beats that. Fine. Never mind.
Sorry. It's got high constitution.
How you got my rolling?
I knew
Your rolling's insane.
Never mind.
Sorry. Yeah,
Yeah, it's got good constitution. It's a jelly. It makes sense.
You get only one, so...
Try and poison a jelly. It would be more refreshing now if you had a cool cup of it.
And now we're back to Rack.
Shall I do the same thing? Hang on, are we saying that slashing didn't seem to make a difference?
There's been no noticeable
So
difference.
far,
between
you
each
don't
So
other.
I'm going to attack it with my quarterstaff at this point then.
8 damage. Fantastic. So you just start... You're like...
Just bash it with the fucking thing.
I don't
Just
want
fucking-
this thing getting on all over me. I want feathers. It'd be a nightmare. And you
Exactly.
just
You're,
sort of...
you're doing this really smart kata you'd use against some guy that smack him around the head and then trip him up, and it's all just slapping the jelly.
Yeah, you're
it's
just
complete,
slapping
it's complete
that
overkill.
jelly.
You do a spin halfway through and thrust, and it's well, what?
But the
jelly.
walls are getting painted, the shimmery sort of shadowy walls are getting painted.
I mean, it
You
looks
lose that,
super
that
cool.
falls to the ground. It's starting to take some noticeable damage from your collective efforts.
God, it's getting damaged. Keep attacking it. God.
Yeah, I think I softened it up with my spells, so keep going.
So I also then going to do an unarmed attack.
You bring out your claws and just sort of scratch away at it a bit as well. Ren,
Smack it with the glaive.
smack it with that glaive. This time you know
8.
where it is. You think you
Nice.
can get it this time.
It's there.
You spend your whole turn, this whole round after you missed, just really
Dodging
narrowing
it.
your eyes and just saying, where is it? What's everyone seeing?
Oh.
You reach out and oh,
Inside
that's
your
it.
head, you've got Sherlock vision, and you're
Yeah.
you've got vectors and stuff going in your head. You're okay.
So then I do 9 damage.
And we move on to
Fjord.
Fjord.
Who
Fjord.
tusks it with 15.
Gets his whole head in there, but not enough to
And he does 7 damage.
7 damage.
He did more damage than I did.
Fjord charges in there,
Just
not to get engulfed, with good traction and not for long enough to take any acid damage from it. Plunges his head in, and just moving all of his face around and his tusks,
Just
just
whisks
tries to
it.
carve out and whisk like a big
And
bowl.
you can tell it's nice and refreshing and cool compared to how it was before. It's really
He
oh.
doesn't look at it as hot
He's
and
enjoying
bothered
it more.
as he
He's
did
enjoying
earlier.
it.
And he backs off.
And I stab with my rapier. Natural 20, 19. And then I'll disengage and move back.
So you
19
step forward,
damage.
kind of unbothered by this whole
Crit.
affair.
Oh, no more
With your
Crit
rapier,
and sneak
you punch it in, And you just start carving out large chunks.
You make a
of this
doorway
thing with real
towards the
Trying
chest.
to get
It's
the
like
chest first.
these large geometric shapes just slide off of it and hit the floor and just dissolve away as you're just hacking away at it, being like, "What's the matter, guys? It's easy." It is thinned considerably, and you're quite close to the chest now, having carved somewhat of a tunnel almost through it. And now you disengage, and it's its go to go. And everyone has moved back far enough, apart from Rack.
Well, I'm the one who's claustrophobic and wanted to back away.
Yeah, well, you didn't.
You didn't?
You could have done. It would have
What?
had an opportunity attack.
But this thing starts wobbling towards you, and you just don't have enough time before you're consumed by this jelly-like substance. Yeah, I need you to do a dex save.
18 plus 6. 24.
18 plus 6.
Yes.
My god.
Swims through it.
Okay, I will actually allow you to go on the other side if you want to swim through it, because that's very good.
Yeah, can I like grab the chest as I swim through it?
You swim through the other side very quickly. You try and grab the chest, but you just about just tip it over a bit and get it closer to you, but with not enough that you're on the other side, but it's still inside, and you're on the other side of this cube now. Marcus, Steve Jobs, Archer. He
You know-
goes by many names.
So I'm gonna move back to the doorway and take a few slashes at it.
You carve out a nice big, as large as the door frame itself, carving of an oval, and you kind of just step back as it just slumps to the ground, and it is much thinner now.
So I just move back.
You manage again with the same sort of motion as like this extrusion comes out from this hollow opening. Actually, the carving is so deep that it can only just about reach the door frame, and so you just kind of stand there as this thing is surprised by how little it could go out, and that gives you enough time to move to the side of the doorway again. We are back to Rad.
I'm getting frustrated, and I've got worked up a sort of cowardice so intense it's almost like bravery, and I'm going to run up and try and smack it with my quarterstaff. So that's 2.
2! You just annoyed that your magic wasn't working against it. You just walk up to it with your little two-handed quarterstaff, and you just sort of hit it like cube, and but if it comes
It
off,
dies.
and a bit of
withers
it
into
just sort of
nothingness.
it splats a bit.
I rolled to charm DM.
Rack, this is a very thin thing, a very thin cube, and it doesn't really cover the corridor anymore.
So?
But it's just about holding onto that chest like a sort of a glob, kind of square-like.
Yep.
And you just take your quarterstaff and you just sort of smack away as though you were trimming a hedge, really, as it smacks to the walls and just sort of dissolves to the ground. It is now just a teeny tiny little glob that just surrounds the chest at this point.
Which I'm going to attempt to claw off with my talons and my unarmed attack.
With your claws, you just sort of scrape off the ooze, and you're not holding it long enough that it can do any acid damage to you, but you get it off, and you have yourself a chest and a puddle of dissolving ooze.
Yay! Is that combo over?
That was a really nice way to that ended perfectly. You've still got that one room with another chest, which
Should we...
Can we
of
run in
course,
there so I don't lose my
Marcus.
What's happening right now is Psycho Bryn is like, right, if there's going to be a fight, I want to attack something, so he just charges into the room.
I think that's what we'll do. I think that's what we'll
So-
do.
Wait,
you've got
into the room I'm
And
in,
he starts
or
tapping the
Currently
chest.
raging.
You start tapping
Okay.
the chest.
Yeah, see what's happening. Because he is a little bit simple. Even Fjord's like, mate,
He's like
that's
looking.
stupid.
He looks behind the chest like, is there anything to? There's got to be something to kill.
Stab, stab!
You tap it, and instantly
Yeah! I'm gonna fucking kill it.
the chest opens up with a wide maw of teeth and a tongue inside.
Stab it.
Yeah, boy!
I think I actually might hit him. Oh fuck! I'm going to the loo.
What? No. You can't go.
Why not?
It's where the bullies hang out. We need a plan. So, we get Devon to go to homecoming with Stacey Manowski, at which point Big Kevin and Tall Brian will set off the fire alarm and the sprinkler system. And this is going to allow for the Douglas/Asian Brian to go to Mr. Matheson's office and steal the exam answers.